ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest episode of Special Moments with Stevie D. Because of my annual youth regression treatments, I seclude myself from the public in order to absorb certain essential fluids in a desperate attempt to prolong my youth. Therefore, I have been unaware of current events for the last 6 months and am only now being briefed by the department heads of my international and global financial holdings company, Incorporated, LTD, ASCAP, and several other anonymous titles. The millions of you good, clean, disease-free citizens who've read my ghost-written autobiography will recall that I spend several months a year intaking an alchemist brew of gamma radiation, tortoise endocrine glands, and a variety of other substances still under patent with Mercer and Jones Pharmaceuticals. This is the only way I can retain my youthful appearance. Truth be told, I'm actually 113 years old next week. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, once I emerged from my nutrient pod, my personal attendants and dressers informed me of the current situation of this COVID-19 pandemic thing, whatever it is. I don't know. Did I get that right? Okay, who cares? Some have said that I made several bad financial decisions while in sedation. This is why I'm meeting with my current genius department heads, handpicked and personally trained by myself and a small family of Armenian goat herders on how to manage my wealth by cheating, swindling, and breathing on as many investors as possible. My first guest tonight, please welcome Madam Gertrude Fogosa, head of my Eastern South American chicken farm investments and shady accounting director. Ms. Fogosa?
Hola, hola, hello everybody. I am the real Gertrude Fogosa, okay? I am the only reason why Stevie D has not spent more time in jail, really. So we have a little bit of a big chicken and an egg situation here, and you, Stevie D, obviously are the chicken. We are here to discuss today, or we're here today so you hear what we need to do, assuming you don't want to go bankrupt, okay? And I get to keep my job with a raise because I am so good.
We'll talk about that raise afterwards, Ms. Fogosa, but thank you very much. Next, manager of my global stock portfolio and spiritual advisor, Ms. Dorothy Ragusa. Dorothy?
Hello, everybody. I'm Dorothy Ragusa, and I'm very happy to be here to see your beautiful faces. I deal with money, stocks. Money cause paisa bolta hai. Money talks. Facebook stocks, Google stocks, Apple stock, Alphabet stock, Yahoo stock, Cisco stock, Chick-fil-A stock, and Stevie D stock. When stocks are high, I rise. When stocks are low, I fall. Because I invented a new method of short selling, and I teach Stevie D about stocks.
Great, Mr. Ragusa, that was just wonderful. Last and certainly least is the head of my international men's clothing and sex toys department, Edward Fritz Samuelson. Mr. Samuelson?
Stevie D, ladies. First of all, I wish we had met earlier. It's actually men's cloning and sextants. I don't know why you had suggested these wild, crazy investments in cloning. Unsure technology for sure. And sextants, this is a device used by ancient mariners to navigate the high seas. It hasn't been seen in 150 years. Why you would want to invest millions in this, I don't know. But
that's great. That's
you're
great.
hemorrhaging money in many multiple sectors, and I had to let your assistant pool cleaner go as well.
Thank you very much. Great, everybody except for you, Ed. Frankly, I'm still not quite sure how you made the last round of layoffs, but what the hell? I have seen more pathetic employees before, not a lot. Anyway, we'll be right back after this message from our sponsors.
Hello and good morning, boys and girls. This is Uncle Stevie D here. Hope you're all in good health and spirits. I want to talk to you about stupidity. Not so long ago, before I was such a huge vaudeville star, I was very, very stupid. I'm not going to get into it, believe me, it was bad. Oh sure, I had a lot of fun with sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Sure, I did a lot of drugs, partied with many well-known celebrities, actors, politicians, and world leaders who you've seen on TV and the internet. Sure, I made a lot of money, went to really exciting nightclubs every weekend, had all of my expenses paid for, and took extremely lavish vacations. Of course, I was on everybody's guest list, from Lori Loughlin to Marla Maples, and believe me, I had a lot of fun.
Mr. Stevie D, we need to move the set across the room. Could you move out of the way a minute so we can do this?
I'm Stevie D. Never in the history of television has any famous dignitary of any kind been subjected to this tyrannical treatment.
Okay, so can we get through?
Out of my way, Clastinian. Can't you see the Roman Senate awaits my speech? And then on to Normandy. My spirit is my chariot and will carry me to victory.
Okay, the producer said you're going to have 20 more minutes on this piece and then you got to go. This guy's a nutcase. Now let's go get some lunch.
The protocol at this studio. Treatment of such a dignitary. Where was I? Oh, right. Kids, I'm here to tell you that it was not all cookies and roses. I was in rehab and owed a lot of money in child support and had to leave my poor sick mother with my ex-wife's mother for a week. That was really bad. Never do anything like that, kids. Oof. Fame comes with a price. But what I really want to say is, before you make a bad decision in life, before you do something stupid, think very seriously what you're about to do. It could ruin your life forever and then some. Take my advice. Don't be stupid. And by the way, Luigi's Italian restaurant in Pacifica has the best rigatoni marinara sauce on the San Francisco Peninsula. This has been a public service announcement.
And we're back. Now, Miss Fogosa, why don't you start telling me about these darn chickens? Show me how you're going to keep your job, honey.
Y sí, la situación está difícil. We have a big chicken, you, Stevie D, and not enough eggs. So now, hablemos de huevos, ¿no? Esto no aplica solamente a los huevos que ponen las gallinas, like you, Stevie D, ¿no? Hablemos un poco de coraje. Tenemos que revisar esta situación y transformar lo que es una gran pérdida de recursos. All this loss, no is really embarrassing. Oh, this my son calling, he never calls. Must be an emergency. Oh, it's his birthday today. Hold on. Let's say happy birthday, happy birthday. Que los cumpla feliz. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Fogosa's son. Happy birthday to you. Hey, now get off the air.
Sí, mi amor.
My birthday's next month.
Oh, why are you calling then?
Because I'm locked outside.
Well, use your key, honey.
I don't have my keys.
Where is your keys?
Crawling through the window.
Just let me in. It's
That's
freezing.
what I used to do when I was drunk as a teenager.
Okay, relax. No, we have no window on the front door. Okay, you know what? Can you water the plants while you wait? You know what? I'm gonna go get the door. Okay? You keep going. I'll be back. You go. You do what you have to do.
Do what I have to do. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Fogosa. You're fired. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's not really. Okay, you can stay one more day. Well, let me think about it. Miss Ragusa, what's happening with those darn stocks? What do I need to do to aren't I a gazillionaire already?
No, Stevie D, I'm so sorry to break it to you, sweetheart. No one likes you anymore, especially those poor people who've been your biggest donors so far. Remember how you started yelling at them at the train station, the bus station, the BART station, the Muni station, the public restrooms, and the crazy lady? She posted a video of you yelling at another crazy lady.
That was my mother.
Doesn't matter, because now people see it on YouTube and go crazy. They see 3 crazy people yelling at each other for money. They say you are a bad person because you took Apple from somebody who doesn't have Apple. Have you seen the comments under the video, Stevie D? I'll read it out to you. Oh, they're so bad. I can't speak them. I can't.
Hey, bad publicity is better than no publicity, right?
Here's the reality check for you, Stevie D. All your money went away into restoring your image, donations, charity shows, fundraisers where we lost money. I fixed an interview for you where you could salvage yourself and you insisted on inviting Kanye West. So now we have 2 mad, horny men trying to restore their reputation on national television by bringing each other down. And that's the classic lose, 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 lose situation. You are a poor man now, Stevie D.
Wait a minute. How many lose is that? There was 5 or 4 loses?
Buy. Lose,
Buy.
lose, 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 lose. And you are a poor man now.
Well, it's not all that bad, is it? Or is it? Oh no, here they go again. Smack him a couple of times up that side of the head. Well, Miss Ragosa will be right back. So again, what's your name? Oh, Gertrude. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Is he in trouble?
No, he's an adorable child.
Oh, so what do I do with these chickens?
Es una larga conversación. El tema es el siguiente. Vamos a tener que ajustar un poco la situación porque el problema no son los chickens, el problema son los huevos, ¿no? It's the egg situation. The chicken we got under control because it's you, no? So we just don't want you to go to jail. Let me ask you something very important. Are you laying eggs right now or not?
That's a personal question.
We're here to
want the public to know exactly.
I need to know that.
Why do you need to know?
If you're laying eggs or not, because that can affect the budget distribution.
The what?
Budget. The budget. The money that
Bullshit. Hey, I'm all about bullshit, honey. That's how we make our living.
Es el presupuesto. Tenemos que alocar cierto dinero a la creación de los huevos. Y si vos no vas a poner huevos, entonces tenemos que ver otros recursos.
Okay. Well, let me ask, get a reference here. Miss Ragusa, did you understand what she was talking about?
No, you know what? I think she's bad-mouthing her son.
Oh, she's not talking about me.
I don't think so.
I would never do that. My son is adorable.
A few minutes ago, I fired you, and then I hired you back, but I might fire you again. Anyway, let me get another reference. Mr. Terry.
Samuelson?
Yeah, whatever. Just entertain me before my first martini gets here, will you?
Okay. Well, if you call this entertainment, you made some pretty crazy investments. I warned you about investing in certain sectors that are, well, pretty dead. VCRs. I don't know why you put $75 million into VCR research. I don't think we've had a VCR sold in this country in 10 years. Spats, Dickies.
Gonna come back. You watch.
Sock garters. I mean,
I wear them every day.
Sock garters. That has been. I think that Dashiell Hammett wore sock garters. Why are you spending this money in crazy red Solo cups? Who uses red Solo cups over and over again?
I do.
Yeah, but nobody does. That's why they're called Solo cups. You get rid of them. You don't make reusable red Solo cups. You've lost about $50 million there.
How many?
Yeah, I tried to warn you about that, but you were in your stasis chamber, and
beauty sleep. I need my beauty sleep.
You were receiving essential nutrients.
Yes.
Now, there are some. Well, I was going to say there's some bad news and there's some even worse news. Now, as I'd mentioned, your clone investments. Why you wanted to make Kevin Spacey clones, I don't know. But like I said, we've got 75 of them on your private clone island. And the costs are going through the roof. I mean, this thing is hemorrhaging money. And why do you need a giant underground stainless steel base under your compound? I mean, you don't even use it. That was $1 billion right there.
$1 billion here, $1 billion there. Who cares? I'm still a billionaire, whatever.
Just investments in things that people use in the 21st century. Like Google, and
nobody cares about Google anymore. Ask Ragusa. Ragusa, does anybody care about Google?
Of course. Every time they're fined, their stocks go up. They're like Europe. The sun never sets.
On the British Empire. That's right. I remember that.
Now, on that subject, Stevie D, I have to remind you.
Yeah, Terry, Sal, whatever your name is, shut up a second. Pagosa, what do you think about that? Billions, millions?
I think that what Ragusa said is very good. And Clooney's, all these Clooney's, if they
George Clooney, yes.
Yes, if they lay eggs, maybe, Eduardo, we can have a conversation.
Okay.
Because that will help me in my sector, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, listen, guys, we can still make loads of money from the water filtration device people buy after we poison their drinking water. And who wouldn't want to buy anything I advise? After all, I wisely dumped Amazon and Perel stocks for investments in Stevie D branded salad bars and county fair kissing booths. Let's face it, everybody. Everybody loves sharing salad tongs. It brings people together like busing did in the 70s. We're going to watch these stupid commercials and we'll be right back. Thank you, everybody.
Hey kids, Uncle Stevie D here again to tell you not to do drugs. Drugs are very bad for you. I did a lot of really bad, expensive, mind-altering, illegal intoxicants for a long time, and look what it did to me. I have no place to live. No one really loves me or cares for me. I can barely afford this $500 Nordstrom special edition tuxedo to do the show. But other than that, because of all the drugs I did from the time I was 5 years old, my life is a mess. Now, if your doctor prescribes necessary medication, or your best friend says, take it, I did, it would be very unethical for you to let your friends down, and quite selfish. And illegal too, I think. You don't want to break the law too. You're already messed up on drugs. But other than that, those very few specific instances, you should never ever do any drugs whatsoever. This has been a public service announcement.
Do not attempt to adjust your electronic devices. I am Dr. Nucleon, and they are under my control. Your inferior technology allows me to interrupt your broadcasts. People of the world, I demand $1 quadrillion in Krugerrants. If my demands are not met, I will drop this vial of deadly G9 nerve gas into a populated area. 1 millisecond of exposure to G9 nerve gas will render a city with the population of Grand Rapids entirely without... mother...
Well, for those of you just joining us, I am currently meeting with my global, international, and intercontinental corporate holdings departments heads to figure out, that's a long list, to figure out how I lost several $1 billion whilst under my sedated youth treatments. These soon-to-be ex-employees, unless I decide to retain them, better come up with some solid ideas. So you, Ragusa, you've got 30 minutes to save your butt. How can I make this money back?
Many things you can do to recover your loss. I mean, okay, first, Stevie D,
My nose?
as your guru. To your guru, you don't ask questions, you only listen. This tuxedo needs to go.
Tuxedo?
Yes, it needs to burn like the California wildfires. In place of that, wear only pajamas. Indoors or outdoors, you only wear pajamas, but not the linen ones. Very special pajamas with patterns for the Inca gods on them, made with exactly 37 colors, and you need to wear them all the time. This will help you improve your image by 37% and your wealth by 3.7%. Also, you will be able to breathe in them, so you will stop smelling less and people will stop running away from you. Second, stop stealing. You stole masks from emergency rooms. Who does that, Stevie D? The poor nurses were crying. If you must steal, you can do it from the urgent care. Stop coughing like you're in a NyQuil commercial. You should cough like you're in a Dayquil commercial, or use Vicks like you do in India. And now, the biggest, last, and the baddest advice ever given by your guru. Meditate, but without the trappings of social norms like clothes. Let it be free. Stay free. But you do not give your products and services for free. If you follow all this, your wealth will be restored in no time.
But what about all the dignitaries who love me and give me praise all the time? I've had everybody from, I don't know, that guy down the street to my second cousin, who's a dignitary, by the way.
Those are called white lies. They're just trying to be polite to you, Stevie D. Behind your back, they say bad.
So should I invest in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds?
You should do all the things that I said, irrespective of stocks or bonds or mutual funds. You do what I say. You meditate without clothes, you stop stealing, and you start wearing the pajamas made by the Inca gods. That's it. That's all you want.
The Inca gods, huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll get back to you in a minute on that. I don't know. This is exactly why I don't let women into my secret cave deep in the Himalayas, by the way. Wait, did I just say that?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Never mind. Eddie Baby, show us what you're made of, kid. Where are you? That guy.
You know, that cave was supposed to be secret. Now, you know, now the government's going to know about it. We're going to have to start, you know, doing taxes. I'm going through your books. I've got some bad news. There's not a lot of income being generated. So you got a few options, all of them horrible. You need to make money, but you have no skills or talent or interest or sensitivity to other people. And to also add to the previous comment, you do have a rank odor that does drive people away, including circus performers. So here are your options. Medical science experiment guinea pig. They're always looking for people with no talent. Testing bite guards for dentists. You know, the bite guards that people use to sleep when they sleep at night to keep their teeth from grinding. Yeah, they need someone to test those. Ellen DeGeneres looking for some production assistants. So I think there's a few openings on the Ellen DeGeneres show. You're good at taking abuse, so I think that'd be a good fit. Other than that, there's not a lot of options. You wanted to try to write a book about famous Jewish hockey stars. I advise against it. There's not a lot of those.
That was what made it so great. I could just focus on the most famous. No?
There are no famous Jewish hockey stars. Also, the idea of trying to open a chain of TV repair shops.
Yeah.
Nobody repairs. They don't do that anymore. These are all horrible ideas. You've been losing money like crazy. You know, there's one option that may work for you. Again, seeing that you have no talent or interest in other things or people, they do have the good people at Sherwin-Williams do need someone to watch paint dry. It's a horribly tedious job and pays nothing. And so I've actually recommended you for it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Now, that's not anything you should be thanking me for. You should be quite angry with me that I would even suggest that. But since you are, I guess the polite way of saying it, morally bankrupt, this would naturally, of course, not affect your self-esteem.
Thanks.
So those are your options. There is one, the San Francisco Jazz Festival is looking for somebody to clean the spit valves for their woodwinds. Nobody seems to want that job. They've tried to get the homeless people to do it, and no, they don't even want to do it. So
I can do that.
You can do that, and I put your name in the hat.
Thank you.
In fact, you're the only name that's being considered, because nobody wants to do this job. All horrible jobs, all horrible options. But look, when you start investing in MySpace, even though it doesn't exist anymore. Look, you sent letters that just said to MySpace with a check in it.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. My secretary or whoever.
There's no address.
I fired her.
You can't just say, well, listen to this letter you wrote. Okay. Dear MySpace, can I have money? What? There's no, it's not even written to a live person. Look, I don't know why you hired me.
I didn't write that.
I'm trying to give you
I was in sedation.
Advice.
Okay. Thank you very much, whatever your name is. So, Fugosa, I heard you crying earlier that you can't lose this job. Tell us how I can make more money swindling as many people as our president does.
Well, we do have a problem, Houston, but I do have a solution, okay? Tenemos que hacer un par de cosas. The answer is not so simple. So, first, Stevie D, if you won't be laying eggs, we need to get a chicken to do it, okay? And this is not easy task because the chicken is not happy with you. So we need to invest a little bit of money, the one that you already owe. So one of the suggestions is to get toys for the chicken, sex toys, so they lay more eggs. The good thing is that there are little small toys and they should work, and the batteries can be rechargeable, so we're good. And we get the smartest chicken to recharge the batteries. La gallina turuleca no va a tener ningún problema porque se muere de ganas de poner huevos. El problema, pobrecita, es que se olvidó de cómo hacerlo. Y yo realmente la entiendo, pues, de su situación. Ok. So if this doesn't work, we'll just get some quail eggs, okay? They're a little bit smaller. Quail, the smaller bird.
You mean like the vice president?
Yeah, yes. So they're a little bit smaller, but no one will notice. Or we can do like sell 2 for the price of 1, or
like
the
that.
off, you know, like buy 1 get 1 free. So, anyway, so now that's the first part. For the second part, to keep this up, really invert the situation. We need to get food dye and ham. So it's very important that the food dye is green, and then we can package the eggs and the ham. I did a focus group with the agency, and the phrase green eggs and ham proved to be very catchy. So we will use that as our slogan. Stevie D, green eggs and ham, bogoff. Okay?
Yes.
So then, okay, so that we will do, but then last but not least, like Eduardo, we do need to clean your appearance. You have a horrible one. But yeah, so the agency will charge a little bit more for that, and they say that they will charge on an hourly basis because they don't know if they can fix you. But we will have to trust that they do. Photoshop may not work in this case. So van a hacer lo mejor que pueden, vamos a confiar en ellos y no luchemos para salir adelante.
Okay, I like that. Ragusa, Eddie Baby, you're fired.
Fired?
So, what have we learned here today? That I make terrible business decisions? That I am spiritually bankrupt and tone deaf to the suffering around me? When seniors and preschool children alike burn photographs of me in public, do they really hate me? Or are they really saying that they associate me with warmth and light? The answers to these questions and more on the next episode of Special Moments with Stevie D. Thank you and good night. Hey, put that axe down. That's not this show.
What do you mean I'm fired? How could I be fired? You need me.
I'll give you another chance, but you're at the end of the line. Ragusa?
Don't worry about it. I think he's going to call us again tomorrow morning. Let him sleep over.
Probably. I'll get drunk tonight and forget all about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
kids.
water the plants? They're kind of, can you please just go water the plants? Take the kid with you.
Yeah, tell that kid to water the plants for something to do.
They're
My
dying.
God.
The plants are dying.
Oh my God, this is
I
terrible.
got a contract, Stevie D. I got a contract.
Contract with who?
Me?
Not with me. I didn't sign it. I was sedated.
Yeah.
Ragusa, tell him.
Sign when you're sedated. They take your thumb and they put the fingerprint on that. That's how you sign when you're sedated.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So it wasn't actually my signature. By the way, Eddie Baby, I want that martini now. I gotta go. My mother needs her medication.
I'm in a different city.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
That's another thing. You're a stock and cocktail all of a sudden.
Signing out.